Welcome to another edition of What's on Your Mind. My name is DJ Val, and on today's show, we are going to be talking about how you can sustain and maintain healthy relationships. We got some great stuff in the news. I'm even going to be talking a little bit about football could be coming home. All that coming up right after this.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.
Morning vibes that feel so right. Tune in now.
It's a breakfast time.
Ta da ta 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 ta.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Bonsoir.
Accosomate.
You are very, very welcome.
Privé.
Which other one?
Bula.
Buenos dias.
Como está? No, that's how
Buenas
you...
tardes. Buenas noches.
Sanu.
Bon dia.
Bawoni.
Marhaban. Mbolo. Mbolani.
Bon dia.
Kalimare. Bon dia. Very
Bon
good.
dia, bon
Kalisperas. Konnichiwa. And I've got a new international greeting. But before I get into it, you are very welcome.
What's your name?
My name is Olive. You are very welcome to another episode of What's on Your Mind. And with me, we are back. You liked it last week? We came back. A new location. And with me in the studio
Bunker
is...
The real deal. No, I'm not the real deal. You're the real deal. Yikes.
He's confusing himself. Oh my goodness.
I wanted to say...
A case of mistaken identity.
I wanted to say the voice of modern radio. That's really what I wanted to say.
That's who you are.
I got sidetracked.
With me in the studio is, you know him as DJ Val. Some of you know him as Elder Val. Some of you know him as Don Valentino. Some of you know him as Don Sinatra. Some of you know him as the voice of modern radio. Whichever one you choose, we are both in the house today, and we are happy, excited to have you with us. This is where the real conversations take place. My international greetings for today, hailing all the way. Thank you. Shout out to Mommy Kemi and Wuchula who sent me that greeting, because I keep asking you all, send me. And she did. She says, in Wales, they say good morning as Boreda, spelt Boerda, but pronounced Boreda.
I think you have to say it with a Welsh.
I can't. Try.
You made it sound Spanish.
Try.
Boreda.
Sorry. Boreda? Is that it? What's the accent? I can't do this for accent.
Boreda?
Boreda? Something like that. I'm sorry.
If you're from Wales, please.
We're sorry, please. And hello, if you live there, and hello is Shomai. Spelled Shwmay. Shomai. Hello. Now, answers on a postcard. Tell us. Give me more international greetings. We've got a lot packed in for you today. Thank you so much for all your generous, kind comments from last week's show. Thank you so much. Let me start by giving the comment. If you're new, this is your first time you're joining us, you are very welcome. You are in very good company. Let us know. Tap it on the live chat. Let us know that you're new. And the What's on Your Mind family will make you feel very welcome.
Very welcome. They're a great bunch.
Yes. And at this part of the show, this is your part of the show. We call it the comment section, where we review your comments and it becomes part of the conversation. It's a fixture in the show, and we just love it. So last week, due to time, I left out some that had come in through WhatsApp. And this one is from, I must apologize. I don't have her full name. I really am so sorry. But she says, fantastic. I enjoyed Venerable DJG sharing his life experience. You and Elder Val are doing a fantastic job. This is somebody from the church family. So, because she refers to me here as Sister Olive. So I think it's someone from the church family.
Are you sure it's not Alistair V?
Yeah, he does call me Sister Olive. Next comment is from the show, Context is in Therapy is Not Optional. Wonderful podcast. Really enjoyed it. Very insightful and made a lot of sense in terms of going to therapy and how therapists relate to one. Grief now makes more sense. So many situations one find themselves in and don't realize they're grieving. Thank you for sharing. Learned 4 new phrases for me, and most of all, you and Va. This is from our funky auntie Noni, all the way from Nigeria. Thank you so much, Auntie. She joins the live chat as well sometimes. Last but by no means the least, we've got one more. I'm sorry, one more. This is from Nkechi, the decorator, and it was her birthday as well last week. Shout out, happy belated birthday from this end. I think we've already shared personal greetings. You both are brothers keepers, burden bearers, load sharers, load bearers. All these phrases were used today, and I just thought, that's my Olive and Val. Thank you for all you do. Nkechi, thank you, God. Thank you. There's some people that make it easy to bear their load and their burden with them because they're just so gracious, regardless of what the situation is. And last but by no means the list on this side, Joy says, happy bank holiday. This is to the Spring Reset show when it was broadcast. I am to you and DJ Val. I have soul and I am planning my spring reset. Have a blessed week ahead. I think that spring reset was quite, it resonated with quite a lot of people for different reasons.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Keep the comments coming. And remember, if you think, or you find yourself in a situation where some of the things in previous shows resonate with a situation, just go into the YouTube page and share it with the people who it concerns. Yep. That's how we spread the word. Thank you so much. DJ Val, you're going to help me with the comments from last week's show?
Yes, indeed. Let me bring those up. So we will start off with Miss Ifeoma. I've seen Ifeoma spelled with a U and with an I.
With you is Ifo.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Igbo, Ifeoma.
Okay, all right. So Ifeoma says, I appreciate how you reflected on the security and therapy episodes. Those conversations were some of the strongest you've done because they combine practical advice, number one, genuine care for people's well-being. Thank you for creating such meaningful content. Love that one. That's beautifully well done. The next one we move on to is Mr. Frank. Frank?
He says, call me Frank.
Call me Frank. I can call you Blunt and not just Frank. Did you get it? Frank, Blunt. Okay, don't give up your day job, DJ Bar. Highlight seeing the shofar. Shalom.
Answers to the postcard. Does anybody know what Mr. Frank is referring to? I'll give you a clue. That's what he's referring to. And I knew that he will appreciate that ornament.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, very good, Frank. Very good, Frank. You made me laugh.
Very good. Yeah, very good. I mean, we are worshippers, so we try to keep those sort of things around us, and we're trying to create the studio space so it's almost like us.
Can you blow the shofar?
Well, this one is not. This is an ornamental one. You can't blow this one. I've tried it. It doesn't give that sound. It doesn't. I've tried it. It doesn't.
It does. It's a ceremonial one. That one is
okay.
good.
Moving on. We'll do another show for that one.
I'll do a YouTube short or something like that of me blowing this shofar. It's a miniature one. Let's move on. We have Mr. Adrian Zimmerman. He says, the reminder that the show is driven by the audience really stood out for me. Thank you for listening to my answers and tackling real life topics with wisdom, compassion, and practical advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You missed out, Mr. Forbister. I never imagined I'd stay till the end listening to the history of sweet potatoes, but it was genuinely fascinating. I learned so much about their nutritional value and where they come from. Thank you for persevering with us.
I just changed
Over
the
to
order.
you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Maggie says, what a brilliant way to kick off the season, to kick off season 9. I love looking back at some of the best moments from season 8, hearing all the viewers' comments. It really makes us feel part of the What's on Your Mind family. Looking forward to another great season.
You are part of it. And please make no mistake, this show is what it is because of you guys, and
viewer driven.
It is viewer driven, and because we clocked on very quickly that we have a special kind of audience. We didn't have again, we've generated our listener list naturally. We haven't auto-generated our viewers, so our viewers have grown organically, and it's in that getting to know all of you. And I'm particularly grateful for those of you who log into the live chat, because that's how we get to know you, or that's how we've gotten to know you. And that's when we I'm glad it hit us early that we have a special group of people here. Again, I thank many of you, because many of you were Alistair V's listeners. You came on from listening to him when this was his show. So I'm grateful that you stuck on even when the format changed. And we will continue, for as long as we've got wonderful listeners, intelligent, listeners who just valuable, and just I don't know how to describe all of you anymore. I'm short of words, but you are invaluable to us. And so as a result of that, we will continue with that approach where many of what we put out here will be to serve your needs and to service. And the whole, ultimately, we're looking at growing together. We don't know it. And this is why even in looking for locations where we record from, we're very mindful, because we still want it to feel like we're having a conversation, and even funny enough, DJ Val was talking about a garden setting, and I was like, yeah, why not?
You get your kitchen show as well now.
Get a kitchen show? Oh, I'm not sure. It's always, again, he's the producer, so he looks for settings that would work, especially for sound control and all of that. And he just said, because of how good the weather has been, we'll do an outdoor one. And again, we're thinking, what would the layout be like? Because we want it to be as intimate and as, bringing you into it as much as we want to come into your space at this time of the day, be it in your bedroom, your kitchen, your living room, whatever you're doing. We just want to feel, we want to be as close to you as possible. Thank you so much.
Just to be close to you. Just to be close to you. Just to be close to you
is my desire. That's a Fred Hammond one. Lovely. You played it yesterday.
I did.
That's why it was still on your mind.
Aha.
Do you tune into the Tuesday shows? That's a lovely show. And because it's music, you don't have to watch him bopping his head. Just have it on in the background.
You
And
can watch me bopping my head. I bop good. I got some good bopping skills.
Tuesday and also the weekend. The weekend music is also what anyway.
Yeah.
Soul Food Gospel is the home of good gospel entertainment. Moving on. Are we done with the comments? Lovely.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Now let's go into international news. I have only 2 pieces of international news. I will do the one that is not as exciting first, and I'll let DJ Val do the exciting one. The not so exciting one. Do you remember we brought you this news sometime last year when we said that Ford was the vehicle manufacturing company was making people redundant because they were bringing in AI generated the robotics into the manufacturing plant.
Okay.
So, of course, they've done that last year now. And now they're doing a 360 on that a bit because they've rehired those human engineers to fix...
the ones that they sacked.
To fix the costly quality issues following the rollout of the AI robot. So the VP of hardware engineering said, or he admitted, that
title.
they assumed feeding the AI design requirements would produce quality output. That's an executive assumption we made, not an engineering assessment. So, like we always say whenever we talk about AI.
I like that.
Yeah, we always say this when we talk about AI. The final judgment, there is a human element that robots...
Check the checker.
Yes. A robot cannot check a robot. So it's only a human being that can check AI. So in some settings, like this manufacturing plant, at some point, the human engineers should still be there to check whatever, maybe piecing them together, the AI will be faster and more efficient, but checking the fault, troubleshooting, that was it. The AI couldn't, so a lot of products had to be recalled, so costly errors. So they've done a 360 on that one. And I'm sure we're going to be hearing more. And Ford was one of those. A lot of the vehicle manufacturing companies have invested heavily in robotic manufacturing. So we'll watch that space. Moving on to the news that is exciting, that's dominating all the headlines this week. Of course, FIFA is still going on. Are your favorite teams doing what you want them to do? DJ Val, tell us. You watched the England match.
I did.
What did you think?
I thought it was a game of 2 halves, as they say in the business. The first half, for those that didn't watch it, or by now you probably watch it and you've seen all the highlights to everything at all. It was a very disappointing performance from England. In fact, DR Congo scored in the 7th minute.
Whoa.
I can't believe it. That was just, I thought, this is it. They then went away for the half-time break, came back, and England was just invigorated.
Could it be the hydration break? The one I love so much.
Every time they say hydration break, in all fairness, every time they say hydration break, England come back and they feel invigorated. Maybe it's the water. I don't know what it is that they do. It's something.
I'm here for that hydration break. Whenever he's watching it, is it hydration break? It's like it just who does hydration break? What is that? But clearly it's working.
I started doing them at work, actually. It's got a thing now. So any hydration breaks? No, none. The weather's fine. But yeah, England came back and Harry Kane scored 2 brilliant. The last one wasn't. It was a brilliant goal.
They're going to make him a sir at this rate. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope your favorite teams are performing. Right, moving on to national news. We're going to still stay on sports a little bit. Wimbledon, have you been engaged, or you're just all football?
Wimbledon, I saw Serena Williams.
Wimbledon kicked off. I didn't see the qualifying I just saw some highlights of the qualifiers. So I thought when her game, the one I saw, was still a qualifier. I didn't realize that the tournament has started at that point.
No. She can't make it.
She came in as she came and she came out. It was. What say you? Do you think after a 4-year hiatus, she should have come back? What do you think? Because the Williams sisters, they made me enjoy watching Wimbledon and other Grand Slams. I would follow them whenever they were doing well. I would watch them, and they've made history. They've made sporting history. And in my mind, I'm thinking, did she need to come back at this stage?
Yes.
She needed to come back. Well, what do you think? Why?
Yeah, I think she just it's no matter all the other things that she's done, but that tennis thing is always in her. And virtually every sports person, how many times do you hear boxers retire and they come out of retirement to fight again? It's quite a common thing. And boxers, George Foreman was how old when he won the title?
But boxing is not like boxing isn't like tennis. Tennis is
it's completely different from tennis.
It's not like tennis is like it's like I liken tennis to the schedule they have is similar to the Formula One drivers. They're working all year round. Almost okay. The footballers get the winter break. Do they get the winter break or is it the summer break?
They have
when
a
do they
small
get that
break in the summer. Between the Premiership finishing.
Those sort of sports.
But they still keep training.
Yes, their schedule is all year round. The toll that takes on your body. She had a baby, came back again, won slams, had the second baby, and it's now she retired,
but
didn't she?
It's in there's part that says, I think we were discussing this yesterday. She's watching matches and she's thinking, I could get back into it. I'm sure I could get back into it. I can't be past my best. I don't think it's an ego thing or it's what, but that's her thing. That's what she does.
Okay.
And she was given.
What say you?
She was given the opportunity via wild card. And who knows? She may well come back for another tournament. But I mean, she's a huge fan puller, and that was one of the reasons why she got the wild card anyway. Because Wimbledon love her. She's been amazing. I think she's only been equaled by Martina Navratilova in terms of wins. I'm not too sure who's got more, who's got less. So yeah.
Anywho, answers on the postcard. Still staying on sports. We're moving on to cricket. Do you follow cricket? Tell me.
No.
And Stokes announces his retirement after a 15-year career marked with some extreme highs and lows. Honestly.
Extreme lows.
Yeah, extreme highs and lows. So I remember I followed his case when he was charged for the street ball. And I was like, really? A cricket captain? Really? That was just what got my attention. But then I watched a few of his. I'm not a big fan of cricket, but he's actually quite good. And he's retiring now.
He's not quite good. He's exceptional.
He's exceptionally good. I'm sorry. He's exceptionally good. And even the day he made the retirement, he won the game for them. He made the announcement. I'm sorry.
No, he made the announcement. I think they still lost.
They lost. No, but the wickets. That is it. Wickets or what?
I think he still got some runs.
Yes,
he still got some wickets.
Did.
Yeah. But,
and anyhow, what do you think? You follow cricket? What say you? Where are they? And then on just general news. So we didn't cover this, but I followed it. A case last year where a young man called Henry Nowak, 18-year-old, he got stabbed. It was last year, December, I think this happened. And he was stabbed in, I can't remember the details of the stabbing, but when he presented, the police thought he was drunk.
Oh, this
You know,
was
the young man,
yes,
blonde
I
guy,
remember it
cute
now.
face like
Yeah.
that. You know, and he was saying to them that he'd been stabbed and that he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So they thought he was drunk and they arrested him, only for him now to die later. Now, those two officers, an inquiry has now held up that they will face charges for gross misconduct. Now, I have a lot of respect for the British police force. I do, because they're more thorough than some other countries. They really are.
I feel an however is coming.
You shouldn't have to feel it. I think you know me enough to know when a however is coming. But however, a lot of these gross misconduct cases are becoming more rampant.
Okay, I actually thought you were going to say
The
something
numbers,
else.
the numbers are rising, and so it almost like how much it really it crushes your trust in the police force. So if you cannot trust a police officer on the street, so they failed in giving him first aid to start with, basic first aid, because when he kept saying he couldn't breathe, they didn't offer him basic first aid. So, and police officers, their first aid training is next to none. You know, they're par with high level paramedics. So they failed there. They failed on so many points leading up to this charge of gross misconduct. And this is not even in London. This is in Southampton.
Yeah, there's a lot to that story.
Yeah,
there is
lot.
quite a bit to that story
But
as well.
again, I'm just giving you we're just updating you on this one. And wherever walk of life you're in and you come from, they're just conversations I think we must have with young people. You know, I don't know what it is. Some people are now arming their children with, you know, on the phones where you've got the emergency. There is an app on your phone that you're able now to alert people when you're in danger. I cannot remember that app. Now, we're going to, as part of this season, we're going to look into some I've put it as security part 2, but in that episode, again, DJ Val will drive some elements of the security updates, but also I'd like to add on a bit of first aid and just how to survive in the case of personal emergencies in that show. So watch out for that one, hopefully. And another thing I like to do is we generally have a subject schedule. We try to be that organized, and if we can actually tell you those subject schedules in advance, I would really like it, because I think it would keep you even the more engaged, so that when we're discussing it, you have your own input as well on the live chats and post-show comments as well. Thank you so much. So for the post-show comments, like many of you do, I want you to add your own inputs, your own opinion of the show, of the subject that we've just covered. Thank you so much. And I think this is a good place to take a break. We are halfway through the year 2026. Welcome to the month of July, and we will crack on with the other half of the show. So this show is a show of two halves. Have you got soul?
I've got soul. Thank God England had Harry Kane. That's all I can say. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere. Keep it stuck. Keep it stick.
This isn't just music.
It's prayer in a melody,
Truth in conversation.
and community in sound.
What if you know?
You know,
You know.
you feel it in your soul.
I have
soul. Oh, food. I've got to play the new one, you know. Next week, I'm going to break out the new one.
Yeah, you keep titillating us with the new one. Just
the new
play
one
it.
It is wonderful.
It's how many, is it up to 2 minutes?
Nah, it's
1
not that
minute?
long.
All
It's a really short one. But
All right. Please.
Thank you. Let's jump into this because time is a ticking
away. So, again, in the spirit of driving you, the audience, and the listeners driving this show, we had asked for topics. And I, by the Spirit, again, I draft some topics. And thank you so much. Shout out to Mr. Franklin, Mr. Cohen, who says, call me Frank. He dropped a few subjects that he would like covered. I picked one to do with friendship because I'd already kind of was working on something like that. And so that is what is driving today's show. So we thought, he said, talk about adult friendships. And I thought I already had the subject of healthy relationships. So this is going to be one week. We're going to do a part 1 today and part 2, because good conversations, you can't rush them. Before we talk about, we deep dive into building and maintaining healthy relationships. Let's just sort of, DJ Val, when you think healthy relationship, what comes to your mind?
One that is balanced. There's a good amount of balance in it.
That's really, really vague. Balance of what?
The balance of everything. It's not. It's not overly emotive. There's some good reasoning. There's fun. There's engagement. There's good reasoning. There's a lot of solid foundations that allow the relationship to grow. You can, maybe you support DRC Congo, maybe you support England. It's still fine. We can still get on. We can still have that conversation.
Yeah. So for the purpose of this conversation, we're talking relationships. We're going to explore different kinds of relationships. So relationships when we're young, relationships around our career, and relationships in adulthood. So like I've broken it up into three seasons of our lives. Relationships, this is my personal opinion, are one of God's greatest gifts. Whether in friendship, I've had some fantastic. I have had some friends who became like sisters. I have had some friends, and I've had some good male friends as well. Unfortunately, they've all passed away. And we will touch on those when we talk about the different seasons, whether in friendship, family, marriage, or in the workplace. Every healthy relationship, in my opinion, ought to reflect God's character through us. So we ought to reflect His love, His grace, truth, forgiveness. We ought to reflect what I call the attributes of the Spirit. The quality of our lives, some have said, that is often reflected in the quality of our relationships. And the quality of our relationships are shaped by the condition of our heart. I refer you to our show on types of friendship, season 2, that was. Take a journey to season 2, find that show, types of friendship. It had 2 parts in it. And that show explored the different kinds of friendships we find around and which ones we'd rather have. For me, life is really made meaningful by relationships. whatever kind. I've been blessed by, I come from a large family. My immediate family is large. My extended family is also large. So I've got cousins for days. I've got aunties for days. The ones that we're close to, we have, the ones I'm connected to, I do my best to make those relationships meaningful. I love to celebrate people. My family members will say that my love language is food.
Food.
You know, the Bible tells us to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. So I find, as busy as my schedule is, any opportunity I get to be there for a loved one enriches our relationship. And when you grow with people, you despite your differences, as many as they may be around you, when your purposes align, those things enrich your relationships even better. But even those who your purposes don't really align, and say, for instance, things like family, you don't really pick your family members, so you may end up not really being friends with many of them. And that's also okay. But it's understanding how those relationships can be sustained despite the differences. We've talked about this all the time, where especially during Christmas and Easter, where some people would rather spend those times with strangers than their family. Now, for whatever reason, people are justified in their decisions, but this show is talking about sustaining healthy relationships. So our emphasis will be on how to maintain those relationships, whilst also flagging up things that will be a no-no in order to maintain healthy relationships. So from childhood friendships to marriage, like I said, to professional, to even parenting, people have formed friendships because they found common ground in parenting. Mommy and baby classes, women, or even in the playground, waiting in primary schools, women have formed friendships because in that season of their lives, they were supporting each other with one thing or the other, and they built a community. I think I have a village. And I'm blessed. And you, the What's on Your Mind family, are an addition to our village. That's why I'm very, very grateful for you. Every stage in our lives, every phase in our lives calls for us to grow not only in knowledge, but also in how we choose to sustain the relationships. Some relationships require love to sustain them. Say in the marriage, in a marriage relationship, in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, so in a romantic relationship, it requires eros love to sustain it. But ultimately, the love of God is what sustains every other thing. There's some people you hear me say, you've got to love God to love them. They're so difficult to love. You really have to love God to love them. There are people like that. And it's in that growing in understanding that allows you to make those decisions. Friends are important. Platonic friends, extended friends are important. Because like I just said to you, I've been blessed with fantastic friends. I cannot, I'm going to do a show one day on her. She's such a special person. And I will do a show on her, not just to honor her, but to pull out the attributes that made her a special human being. So we can focus on those attributes. My bestie, we were friends for 40-something years before she passed away. And I look back at it, I say that I had the divine pleasure, and it was a gift that she died in my arms. Now I see it as a gift, because you don't get to experience those kind of things often. But she died in my arms, and I watched her take her last breath, and it was a pleasure to usher her back to heaven. As painful as it was, but I saw it as a gift. Now, that's the sort of friendship we had. Like I said, I'm going to do a show on her one of these days. So the friendships, good friendships, can have the potential to shape our destiny, have the potential to shape our life decisions. But these sort of friendships don't just happen nilly-willy. They are often built on the everyday choices you make with and without those friends. I like the scripture that says in Amos 3:3, can two walk together unless they are agreed? Or some relationships say in agreement. Relationships are built, they're not found. Now, self-awareness of the strengths every relationship comes with, the strengths every party in the relationship comes with matters. So when I'm saying this, again, remember, I'm not restricting it to one type of relationship. We're just talking in general now, and we will break it up later. Strengthens every relationship, that awareness, knowing where you fit in. You hear some people read charges. Oh, well, if you were my friend, you should have known, you should have, woulda, coulda, hadda. Real relationships, but that takes time to get to that point where you almost know what each other is thinking. That takes time, and that takes a lot of nurturing through good and bad. In that way, you're able to, like a husband and wife. I mean, there's some things now. My husband, just by my look, he knows what's coming. Earlier on, he said, but I sense however coming. That's because time has allowed us to read each other's patterns, and that happens as well in other kinds of relationships where you take that same approach. Communications are not assumptions. You communicate. And that word is so vague. Oh, this person is just not communicating. Or you hear boyfriends and girlfriends say, they're just not communicating. I go, but what aspect of the communicating are we not doing really? It's so vague. And before you master the art of communicating the way each other needs, that takes deliberate effort.
And time. Lots of time.
And in that time, conflict is not inevitable. I mean, it is inevitable. And conflict is not a bad thing. Again, I refer you to our show, Difficult Conversations. That's season 5. Having difficult conversations. And in having difficult conversations, it allows you to protect yourselves with boundaries. A good relationship should have boundaries. What is it we're not going to do? If I'm single and my friend is married, how is it that I will not treat her husband and her children? How is it that I will not treat her? Or if you are married friends, how do you respect each other's families? Boundaries. The fact that your girlfriend is single, does that mean you're on the phone with her till stupid o'clock at night, and then she wakes up and those sort of boundaries? When is it a good time to call? How do we take permission from each other to do X, Y, Z? Do you understand? Recently, something occurred and my sister was notifying me about it, but it had to do with my daughter and my daughter's housekeeper. And she said, you know what, the fact that she's not around, let's defer to her. Let's speak to her first. And I thought, yeah, that's mature. Regardless of how available we are to solve that problem, we can't do it disregarding her. That's boundaries. That's her. She needs to give us the okay to do that task. Much as she might not have been upset if we did the task, but is that respecting and understanding that in appreciating the different relationships involved in that conversation, we needed to give one person the respect to give us the tick to do what we needed to do. Many times when we get comfortable, even in healthy relationships, we drop boundaries. But respect for each other is something that will keep the boundaries where they ought to be. Boundaries protect, they don't divide. You know, when you use the word boundaries, people get, it's in a bad way. No, boundaries protect us all. I.e., in a marriage, are you the kind who's snooping into your wife's phone, your husband's phone? What are the boundaries around that? Have we ever had a conversation around phones? Do you know what I mean? Simply because it's not an issue for us. Why is it not an issue?
It's just not.
It's just not. Do you understand? But for some people, it is. They want to have everybody, they want to have the password to that, the password to that, the password to that. Really? Anyway, these are just examples of scenarios.
I'm okay, just trying to remember my own
password.
I don't need anybody
Hence,
else's.
we end up using the same password for everything.
Don't use the same password.
But you get the scenario now because we're struggling remembering it. Healthy relationships, like DJ Val said, require intentional effort. Different seasons require for different relational skills.
I agree.
Different seasons. So I use my girlfriend as an example, and it's very therapeutic when I talk about her, honestly, and I'm sorry if it is a bit gory for some people. So she, for years, she would do my shopping, my clothes. Many of the clothes you guys see me wear, that was her. Between she and my mother, they sorted me out for clothes. She would order my work clothes. I hate shopping. I'm sure you guys won't want to hear that. I don't like shopping. So she did all of that for me. But when she got ill, the tables were turned immediately. I had to become the caregiver. But meanwhile, she was my caregiver. She looked after me. She would check in on me. What do you need? Have you what's your shopping list? She looked after me. But when she got ill, it flipped right away. And some of us do it, but we do it angrily. We do it resenting the situation. And so for every season, take for example someone who's had a baby. Your friends recently had a baby, so she's not going to be able to go night clubbing with you as she used to. That's a new season. Pray do tell. She'll be breastfeeding or doing baby duties, and you're still calling her, girl, you're coming out, let your mom look after the baby, you need to come out, you need to air out. Hello. A new season will require new skills to sustain.
A new season.
Yes.
Coming to me.
Yes. And many times we need the grace of the Almighty God to navigate those different seasons and to pull on the skills required to go through those seasons. I'm going to wrap this up really quickly. Growing together is more important than perfection. So in any good relationship, you're going to disagree. You're going to have points of disagreement. You're going to have moments when, but we disagree respectfully. Respectfully. Got a question for you, DJ Val. What's the best relationship advice you've ever received? Same for you, or listeners. Answers on a postcard. What's the best relationship advice anyone's ever given you?
Wow. That's a good question. Can I answer next week?
you okay?
I'm just
you want to phone a
to-
friend?
Yeah, it's there's
Okay.
so many things that people say, and I find some of the best relationship advice can come from an odd place.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a pastor or a friend or someone. It can be somebody who is unrelated to anything at all, but they just drop this
Because they're
one
neutral.
gem
Yeah.
that they say that may not even be because they're trying to invoke the conversation
No.
about relationship.
Yeah.
They say something that you think, oh, that's really good. So I need to go back and think and
Okay.
find out who's
And keep
who's
the
dropped
comments
nuggets.
coming. Keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. So remember, let me conclude this. And next week, we will continue we will then unpack it. Relationships in our youth, career stage, adulthood. Okay? So, what's the best relationship advice someone ever gave you? Why do some relationships flourish and others slowly fade away? So you be your friends when you're younger, as you get older, you drift apart. Why does that happen? Can
It just happens sometimes, doesn't it? It's not really like it's
let's give me reasons. Give me incidences. Some people they relocate, and geographical distance creates that divide. Reasons, tell me, answers on a postcard. And you can also put your answers in the post-show comments. I'll read those questions again. What is the best relationship advice you've ever received? Why do some relationships flourish while others fade away as time goes on? Basically, why do some adults struggle maintaining relationships? Some adults. Younger people, sometimes not so much. Answers on a postcard. So, DJ Val, I'll hand over to you at this point for shout outs. Remember, if you've enjoyed today's show, if you've enjoyed today's conversation, share. Take time to express gratitude to a relationship that you value. Take time and think about a relationship in your life that deserves some gratitude this weekend and go for it. That's one way of nourishing and maintaining a healthy relationship. Thank you.
shout outs. Okay, I'll start off with
Their
this one.
birthdays.
Birthdays to Elijah Blue. It was his birthday.
And Elise.
They're both together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same, I think a day or two after each other.
Oh,
Same
wow.
week.
Okay.
Their father kicks it off to the Johnsons,
Yeah, you did
basically.
say all of the kids, and the mum's the only one not born in June.
She's born in December. It's in December.
Yeah, she's December. She's a
Yeah.
December baby like me.
Happy
So congratulations to both of them as well. He's a young man that loves to ride shotgun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You met
And
them
Elise as
on the
well.
Christmas
On the
show.
Christmas show, they were one of the little helpers or the elves. Shouts going out to them, and of course to my brother, Mr. Leroy Brown. It is indeed his big 6-0. So
It's a big 6-0.
yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, again, that's his friend. Sometimes I say his only friend.
Not my
So
only
it's
friend.
apt that we're having the show this weekend and it's his
Not
birthday
my
as
only
well.
friend. I have many friends. He's a long-standing friend. We went to school together from age 13. We have, and I can tell you, there are some things that are divinely done, not because of anything else. It's divinely done. We met, we drifted apart, and we met again. And I think some of those things, they are divinely done because God wants you to be together with that person as well. So
There's that element too. We can't we
You
call
know,
it divine
I always
providence,
remember the last
right?
time that I met him, I was working in Brent Cross. It was a terrible Christmas snowstorm. No one could get out of Brent Cross Shopping Centre. So I'm working in there. I was, ran a shop in there. And, everybody's just waiting around. So the shop stayed open. So I just went out in the middle of the aisle. Who do I see?
Him.
It was my brother. And then when I met him in London for the first time, what was it? I'm on a train randomly, I get on the train. I don't normally go to this carriage. I go to this carriage as the train is going past. No, as the train took off, I missed the train. Who do I see in the train? I saw him, and he just went like, that means like get off at the next stop or something like that. We just got, and that's how we reconnect. So there's some things that I really believe that God divinely orchestrates in terms of relationships. So yeah.
Well, he orders the steps of the righteous man, doesn't he?
Yeah, so it's his birthday, the big 60. Shout out to my boy Leroy Brown, baby.
And to all the other July celebrants, happy birthday. To those who are not feeling well, two of my colleagues weren't feeling well this week. PJO, get well soon. GHA, get well soon. GHA is Mrs. Harris, the lady with the lovely house Christmas decorations. Get well soon, ladies.
Elder Keith.
Elder, get well soon, sir. Get well soon. Who else is not feeling well? Please, we pray that the balm in Gilead will visit all of you this weekend.
And our brother Rodine, who lost his sister as well.
Yes.
Yeah, from
that's a bereavement. Yes, that the Lord.
So shout out to him, man. He's a really stand-up guy, and it was such a shame that it happened the way that it did. But God knows best. That's all I can say about that.
Right, people. We're signing out.
Yep, we got to go, man.
Yes. May the good Lord keep you.
May He bless you.
May He bless you. I'm going to, because we're talking about relationships, I've sort of written a little prayer here for relationships, saying, may our relationships be known not merely for longevity, but for love, not merely for agreement, but for grace. Not merely for shared moments, but for lives transformed by God's presence and God's love. May we become people who reflect Christ in the way we speak, forgive, serve, and love. Because ultimately, healthy relationships don't happen by accident. They are cultivated with wisdom, intentionally, with God's grace and help. May He keep you.
And bless you.
May He bless you. May He shine the light of His countenance upon you. And if you're struggling with any relationship at the minute, be it marriage with your children, whatever the case may be, and if you need to speak to somebody, do reach out to us. You've got the Soul Food Gospel Gmail account.
soulfoodoffice@gmail.com.
soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. Reach out to us and we'll do our best to get you help and support. There's no need struggling on your own. There are no medals at the end of it. And if you just want someone to signpost you to just help you with some more skills to deal with whatever situation you're dealing with. But also, if this show has blessed you, then fine, tune in next week. And we will continue. Be the light that He wants you to be. Do not render evil for evil.
No,
but instead, we look unto Him, the author and finisher of our faith. We love you all.
Take good care. And we sign out with what's on your mind. Let's work it out with Olive and Val. There's never
just started
no
on one tempo and lost it.
Morning vibes that feel so
I struggle
right.
to keep up with this tune, man.
Tune in now. It's breakfast
time.
Have
a good weekend. Oh, love you.
We are out. That's a wrap.
What's on your mind? Let's talk it out. Olive and Val, there's never a doubt. Morning vibes that feel so fine. Tune in now, it's breakfast time.